So
Keep moving.
we've done, this is our third session here today. First one was an in-depth washing of the car, so getting it ready to get to where we are today for the ceramic coating. The next one was how to polish the car. We got a lot of it done, and now the entire car has been all polished with a blue pad and a white pad. And the blue pad is compound, white pad is polished, and this car looks absolutely great. So we're ready to get going with the ceramic coating on here. What I wanted to do is I've got some different products out here, and sort of like, why do you want a ceramic coat? And one of the things that a lot of people do is they're old school, and what they want to do is, even though this is a ceramic wax, we'll just pretend that it's a paste wax, and take this wax, which is a paste wax, you rub this around in here, you start waxing the car, and all of a sudden you have crap down in all of the body lines and stuff like that. And that's the big disadvantage to paste wax, is it can make a mess out of your car. Plus you really need to do a paste wax in the shade. So if you use ceramic, the ceramic doesn't do that. You can spray that stuff down in those cracks and wipe it up. Ceramic is clear. It's not going to build up in the body lines of the car there. So what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about the different products. If they've got the word graphene in it, that means it's got ceramic in it. And so some of these are kind of wash to wash ceramic coatings, and then some of them last longer. This here is a ceramic paste wax. So if you're old school and you want to use a paste wax, you can use this. Again, this will last about a year on your car. Then when we start looking at these different ones, this is my favorite tire dressing. You put that on in the spring, and we've put that on a couple of the tires on this car. Put this on in the spring and it will last the entire year. I was talking to Terry, and what Terry said is he just had, if he wants to clean his tires up, he'll just do it with a wet sponge. And yeah, what's that?
More damp than wet.
Yeah, a damp sponge, and just wipe his tires off. And basically, these people that put tire dressing on at every car show, you don't need to do that. The only thing is like, let's say it's a top of the line, top point, and you're a trophy chaser. You do that, don't you, Cleve?
What?
Go after all of the trophies.
Yep.
Yeah, might as well, right? But what I do is, if I'm at a car show like that, I'll put the tire dressing on, and I'll go one tread in all the way around, so that you've got a nice stopping point instead of it weaving back and forth. So that, if it's got the word graphene in it, it's going to last a long time. And so there's a whole bunch of different products here. This is the graphene car shampoo. I just use the regular shampoo, because with the graphene products, you want to try to use them in the shade, or they have a tendency to leave high spots in there. And if it leaves a high spot, it's going to be a mark in it that is difficult to get out. And so then we talked about the graphene VRT and the regular VRT. Both of them do the same thing. The graphene, you want to apply that on in the shade, and it will last probably twice as long as this one here. One of the things that I did with this VRT, and Neil followed up on it, is all of the black plastic that's on this car, we took and we covered that with the VRT, because if you hit it with the polisher's not going to leave a skid mark in it, and it's really easy to get off. This car had somebody hit this multiple times, and it was pretty beat up, and we got most of it out of there, and it's now covered with the VRT. Now we're getting into the ceramic coating stuff. So we'll move this one over here, because I want to do these in order. So let's say you wash your car and you're afraid to step up to a full ceramic coating job. Then you can use this here when you're drying the car. Just use this detail spray, and it'll put a poor man's ceramic coat on there. And what I mean by a poor man's ceramic coat is it's going to last about a month, wash job to wash job or whatever. Now, if you're Khalid and I talked a little bit about this, but if you don't wash your car, like my Corvette's never been washed. I don't think Khalid washes his car very often. Terry doesn't wash his car very often. If you don't wash your car very often, then you're wiping it down with detail spray. What I say is you wipe it down once with this, then the next 3 times you wipe it down with this regular detail spray, and because you've got that ceramic coating on there. If you just keep wiping it down every time with this, you'll slowly but surely build up the ceramic coating on there. And what it will do is it will take and it won't make your metallic pop as much. And so you'll go to a car show and it will be shiny, but it won't have that in-depth look to the metallic paint. And so you do this once, this 3 times. So I always say do this one the first week of the month, and then the rest of the weeks do this. Now, to be 100% truthful, I don't use this one. I use this CS3 with graphene. Same idea as the detail spray, except for this is a little bit of a dry wash. So if the car's got just a little bit of dust on it and you're worried about how am I going to get that off of there, what you do is just spray this on it. Tends to lift the dust up a little bit, and then you just carefully wipe your car off, and it won't scratch your paint job. But again, you do it once with this, 3 times with this, because this will build up. But this, you can use this on a wet car. So you've just washed the car, and you want to make it shiny. Wipe it down with this. Sometimes I'll use this on Cindy's car. It's a daily driver, and it really makes it pop. But again, this here, these are poor man's ceramic coats. They last wash job to wash job. Another place to get a poor man's ceramic coat is when you pull into a not a beater car wash, but a touchless car wash. You'll see that option for the ceramic coating. If you hit that ceramic coating, what it's going to do is basically the same as one of these. It'll put a ceramic coat on there that will last till the next time you wash the car, about a month. The UV, the sun in Colorado has a tendency to really be hard on paint and so on. And what this has is it's got ceramic coating. All of the ceramic coating products all have UV protection in them. And so what that's going to do is it's going to keep things from fading, keep things from discoloring, and so on. Now, here's another great product. If you don't want to ceramic coat your car, but you'd like an introduction to the ceramic coating, this one's really easy to apply. All you do is, when I put this one on, I'll spray it on, use my white cloth to wipe it around, kind of spread it around. I'll use my gray cloth to wipe it off. The reason why I use 2 different cloths is just so that I don't get confused on which cloth I'm using for which. And the other thing I do with this is if I've ceramic coated a car, like we're going to use this ceramic coating kit, I'll use this once a year, because what that does is it puts a little bit of protection on the existing ceramic coat, and it also gives it a pop like no tomorrow. It makes it look like you just ceramic coated the car, and really nice. This one here, this here is like a 1-year ceramic coating. So both of these are 1 year, and it's kind of like your choice of products, what you want to use. And when you put this one on, you put that on and you put it on with one of these microfiber pads. Just spray it on the pad, wipe it on the car, wipe it off with either a white cloth or a gray cloth, gray or a white towel. So, but this is just, like, these are you buy them from Adams, and I think a package like this is like $8. So you're paying basically $4 for one of these. I'll only use them once for doing ceramic coating, and then after I've done the ceramic coating, I will not use it for ceramic coating again, because you run the possibility of having contaminants in here and getting that into your paint, into your ceramic coating, and you wonder, why am I getting these smears and stuff like that? It could be coming out of these pads. So this is a 1 year. This is basically a 1 year. These are both nice products.
So you use them after you ceramic coat the car, like for maintenance, or instead of ceramic coat the car?
Yeah, you can, like, if you don't want to ceramic coat the car with this stuff,
okay,
you can use this, and this by far does a nicer job, but this one here is like a 1 year, like your Camaro. I'd put this on in the spring and run it all year with that, and just use your CS3 for wiping it down, because that's one of your favorite products, right?
mm-hmm.
And this one's real easy to put on, just the two cloths, and then this one here, you're putting it on with this pad and then wiping it off with a cloth. And just kind of do this one, when you're putting it on, you put it on, and it's much like putting this one on. Put it on, you wait for it to rainbow. Once you see the rainbow in it, then you can you wipe it off. This one here, we'll put it on, and once it rainbows, you wait a few minutes. Then you use what they call the leveling cloth on it, and then after you use the leveling cloth, you'll use a white one to wipe it down. So this one's got solvents in it, and so we've got surface prep. What this does is it cleans off it cleans off any polish that you may have left on your car, or wax. It's basically alcohol, and it makes sure that the car is just as clean can be to get started. So what we're going to talk about now is we're going to talk about what the product that we're going to use on this car. And I say, if the car isn't driven very much, like this Corvette, this is like a 5 to 7 year ceramic coat on here. And if we put this on it once a year, it's probably going to last a long time, because this is actually protecting the ceramic coat. If it's a daily driver, Adam says that it won't last as long, and that's because it's out in all of the elements and stuff like that. And one of the elements that we have in Colorado is mag chloride, and that stuff, if you see water spots on the hood of your car and you can't get them out, they're not water spots. It's etched from the mag chloride. So where it eats the chrome up on your cars and the wheels, if it lays on the hood, it will etch into the paint. Now the trick is that if you ceramic coat that hood, what you can do is easily polish the ceramic coat off with your polisher. When you polish the ceramic coat off, what's going to happen is that etching's going to go away, and then all you do is you just put another coat of ceramic coating on the hood of the car. It's the hood of the car, behind the wheels and stuff like that. That's where that mag chloride's spraying up on. And believe me, I've taken pretty nice cars and seen the hoods just etched on them from the mag chloride. So in this kit, it comes with a couple single soft towels, and you use these for wiping the ceramic coat off. And then what it has is these suede cloths, and with these suede cloths, they are used for leveling, and I'll show you the leveling as part of the process. It has our surface prep in here that we already talked about, so that's enough to easily wipe 1 or 2 cars down. Use this stuff sparingly because it goes a long ways. Once we start going into prepping this car with this, you'll see you just spray it on and it wipes off and cleans the car right up. And in the kit they also include some ceramic boost for you to follow up a year later. And here's the ceramic coat, and this is a 3-ounce bottle. There's enough in here to do 2 cars. And when you're putting this on, you put it on real sparingly, and it's amazing how far it goes when you apply it to the car. And so, one more thing is in here, they've got rubber gloves. I like using the rubber gloves. I bought a couple extra pairs so that we can all, we don't get our hands in the ceramic coating. I don't know if it hurts you that much, but it just doesn't, it's sort of like, it smells strong. I don't know if it's a real good idea to be absorbing this through your skin all the time. And in here, we ended up, they give you these here applicators. Okay, I always think of these things as you're trying to paint a bedroom with a 3-inch paintbrush. And so what you'll do is you'll put 3 or 4 drops on here, and then you'll go to do 2 square feet. Well, it's really easy to leave streaks in here, miss spots, and so on. And what we use instead is I used to use these ones, but this here pad here, and now what they do is they have these ceramic coating pads. The difference between these 2 pads is this one here has, I think it's got some kind of plastic on the foam block inside it, because it doesn't absorb the ceramic coating. It leaves it there for you to be spreading on the car. And then this one here, you end up with this whole sponge getting full of ceramic coating. So it's a little, this one's harder on product than this one. But going back to the difference between these two, here you're doing like 3 inches at a time. This one here is about 5 inches at a time. Makes a lot of difference on actually applying the ceramic coat to the car.
So it looks like it has 2 sides. Is there a difference in, or no?
Okay, so that's a good question. What I always do, I don't think there's a difference in the 2 sides. What I think we'll do is we'll use this here side that doesn't look as furry, because it will make the ceramic coating go further. And I always put an X on the side that I'm applying the ceramic coating to, so that I know which side of the block I'm using for the ceramic coating, instead of putting it here and then putting it here and putting it here. Well, then you're just wasting product. So, and then maybe what we want to do is stop that and wipe the car down with the